Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Generation Shock.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Hello, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're on all the screens, if you know what I means. And during the intro, Messiah's always looking at his screen. But how is everybody doing out there tonight? How is everybody? How we doing out there, fellas?
I'm doing good. I'm on vacation mode, so I've been off for work.
Wait, hold on. When did you start vacation?
I started Friday.
Oh, and today's what?
Wednesday?
What was guaranteed to us this week that we'd have by today?
No, it wasn't. No, I said I'll work on it during my vacation.
No, you said you were going to have it completed, being that this was a 10-month-old
Yes, you did.
fiasco.
No.
I guess I know what my FOH is this week. Let's go. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Nelly, would you care to do intros?
I got you. The man who doesn't keep his word. The man that looks down, hoping it gets bigger. It's my boy.
What it do is your boy Messiah. Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And next we have up, ladies, just like his headset, he fits right in. It's my boy.
That's right. It's the monster on the mic. It's Chick Monster. Go ahead.
Like that one.
Everybody give it up. And
I like that one.
You know, yeah. And then we got the guy. Go ahead.
My bad.
Yeah, intro yourself. I like it. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck it. Well, you got me, Nelly. Hi. Yeah.
You got all hyped up.
I feel bad. Go ahead.
Nope, I'm done. I have nothing. I'm spent.
No, are you done? Are you a one and done? Or you?
Hey man, I'm just like Messiah on date night.
Missing.
Messiah's like Shaq's free throws.
Oh, never making it, always banking. All right, listen, I want to be like Shaq's free throws, always banking. All right, anyway, we have a great show in store for you today. A lot of different topics we're going to get into. Some are highs, some are lows. We do have an announcement. Unfortunately, anybody who's tuning in to see the luxurious and gorgeous Phoenix, he has decided that this is no longer the right time of his life to participate, unfortunately, in this program. So for the time being and for the foreseeable future, he will no longer be with us on the screen, but he will always be with us in our hearts. Love you, Mr. Phoenix. Appreciate everything you had brought to the show and to the table, the time that you did spend with us. Good luck with your Hot Wheels and whatever else you're going to be doing in the future. And anytime you want to come back on, just hit us up. Let us know. We'll always have you back. We'll
always welcome. Always welcome. Phoenix was born again.
We got David on here. Hey, yo.
What's up?
All right, so let's go ahead without further ado. Let's get into an intro. The only reason we have it is because I made it, and here we go.
Gotta climb to the top, but we're never gonna stop. When the low, yeah, we going high.
Yeah, if I would have been waiting for him to make it, then we never would have had that intro either.
I was like, what a jerk.
Yep. And listen, it's not about being a jerk. The reality is what it is.
It is what it is,
yeah, that's the last segment we do. Fuck out of here. So you gotta stay tuned in if you want to see that. All right. Anyway, we're gonna start the show off with a little bit of a moment of silence in respect to Dwayne Haskins, and we'll go to more and comment in a minute. But for this right now, if I can just have everybody please with a moment of silence. All right. Taken too early and too young in his life, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins dies after being struck by a dump truck. This happened down in South Florida. He was actually there participating in workouts with different members of the Steeler organization. He was drafted I think it was draft pick 16 or 17 by the Washington Commanders. Washington football team, whatever you want to call them, in the first round a couple years ago. It has not worked out. He since was released, which was probably the best thing for him because that organization is absolutely a dumpster fire. And that led into him getting picked up by the Steelers. He was down there working out with the receivers and had a good rapport with everybody. Reports are he ran out of gas on I-95 or 595. I forget which one it was exactly. And he was walking to go get gas and he got struck by a dump truck and killed. So unfortunately, it was definitely very tragic. He will be missed. He will be loved. And everybody's putting some heartfelt things out there. You guys have anything you want to say?
I think he was like so young and like had a great future ahead of him, and just it's fucked up how life just it ends like that.
Yeah, far too young, far too sad. I know this
24 years old.
He got to live. Yeah, he was 24. He lived the dream. He said when he was a kid, when he was a young man, he wanted to play in Ohio State quarterback, and he ended up getting to live that dream. So that was pretty cool hearing some of the things about him.
He recently got married too, which is kind of like it's tragic to his wife also, man. Could you imagine a year? I think it was he got married about a year ago, and to hear this, that's just some crazy shit.
Yeah. Leading from there, going into the Washington Washington football team or Washington Commanders organization. I know this wasn't on the docket to talk about, but I like to change things up when things come to mind. And did you guys hear the latest allegations for the Washington Commanders? So supposedly they're finding out that the Washington Commanders owner was cooking the books and had two set of books they were operating with. And what he was doing is he was stealing rev share money that was supposed to go to other NFL owners based on ticket sales and financial things that happened during NFL games. And he pushed it and he embezzled it into college games or concerts or different things that he wouldn't have to rev share with the owners. And right now, this is all alleged. Allegedly, this has been going on since 2012. So for 10 years, he's been stealing money from 31 other billionaires, basically. So shit's really about to hit the fan in that organization, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's about to lose that team. If more shit keep popping,
sure.
they just
that's the talk, is that who's going to be the people who's going to go out and try to buy that team. You know, it's going to be selling for billions of dollars too.
You know who's going to get it?
Who?
Jay-Z.
No, I don't see
Jay-Z, but I can see it. I can see him.
How? He doesn't have the money. Where's he gonna get? Like, you got people
remember, he's not gonna put all his money into it.
But there's already people who've been trying to get into the NFL who have like 100 times more money than Jay-Z
possibly
can only make in his lifetime.
But the NFL needs, especially owners, they need diversity. They need at least. So he's gonna probably, if he's not a part of it, his face will be on it.
I don't see that.
I can imagine like. I know there's topics later on, and then I'll tell you why I think, because there's the topics that we're talking about later on, because these guys are showing their faces everywhere now. They did the halftime show the Super Bowl show last time was hip hop. Jay-Z was a part of it, right? The shit that we'll talk about later, like his face is being put everywhere, and
I get he wants
a team, bro. He wants a team.
He may want one, but who do you think he's going to get one first, him or Peyton Manning?
Him.
Peyton Manning. Come on. So let's get it. I mean,
he
unfortunately,
has more money than Peyton Manning.
Dude, do you hear about the rumors about Tom Brady?
Yeah.
About him, supposedly the Dolphins were going after him to give him ownership along with Sean Payton so they can coach and play. But then all the allegations broke out from Flores, so Tom Brady backed off of it. There's rumors that's why Tom Brady stepped away from the Bucks, and that's why Sean Payton stepped away from the Saints, was because they were both going to be offered ownership stake in the organization and then be able to go and coach and play in the organization as part owners. But when the Flores lawsuit came out, they all had to scramble to figure shit out.
Well, what would drop a price of any real estate or any brand? Controversy.
That's not. No, you don't understand. It's not that it dropped the price. The price wasn't the issue.
No. I'm talking
about
the NFL dropped the price. No.
Nothing for the NFL.
Listen. The Washington Commanders, their prices right now is going down because lately it's all negative stuff.
Nope.
You think it's going up?
Oh, absolutely. Every time that these things happen, remember, they're not buying that bullshit. They're buying the team. You can't, there is no way to devalue an NFL franchise. It's physically impossible. Number one, you heard about all the money that the announcers are getting paid now to announce the games. You heard about Amazon dropping 20 mil for Al Michaels and Curb Herbstreit from ESPN to be able to call Thursday night games. Maybe, it was Al Michaels. Like Troy Aikman.
Well, yeah, they're making a movement. I know.
Dude, Troy Aikman just got 20 million by ESPN to do Monday Night Football. Like, dude, these like.
Yes, I know. You're talking about the brand, the badge, NFL. I'm talking about the team.
But the team is part of that brand because they get a portion of it, right? So when you're talking about the media rights, the team gets a portion of those media rights. Do you know that Apple is trying to get in on this as well? And also DirecTV's like Sunday Ticket, their contract is over. Theoretically, Apple could get that. Now, I'm not saying they are, but Apple could pay for the right for the NFL ticket.
Whoever gets it's going to bank.
And guess what? That's more money going in. Dude, the NFL is an endless stream of
I know the NFL as a badge. It is. I
It's
think the shit that's happening with the Commanders is, one, it's going to hurt the team. I say it's going to, well, put it this way. I don't think maybe it won't hurt the team, but it gives negotiation rights to anybody that wants to buy and say, hey, I got to buy into this mess. I'll offer this much money.
But for like I'm trying to tell you though, that you're not buying. It's not like when you're buying it's the only way that these teams get devalued is if like somebody was going to buy the NFL, right? You got to remember the team is just a subsidiary of the NFL. The NFL is still doing amazing. All the money they pulled in from the sports gambling and that, dude, come on. The NFL itself is making money, which means the team's going to make money, which means the team has zero devaluation. Like it's the most popular sport in the world.
I just think the next owner of an NFL team will probably be either Jay-Z or P. Diddy.
They may be a very small, minute minority owner who they just throw their name in there, but they will not be an owner. They're not going to be an owner.
Majority owner? You don't think they're going to be a majority? Well, they don't have the money to be a majority owner. No,
they can't. They don't have the money.
I know.
Yeah, even if Jay-Z and Beyonce put their money together.
But what if you get Jay-Z?
They wouldn't have enough.
Oprah, Magic Johnson. If you get all those black owners to step up, because the NFL does need a black owner or a minority owner. It needs it. It's going to help it. It's going to help it.
I don't see Magic doing it. I see Magic's more LA. Like that's who.
But it's about owning a team.
But if he was going to own a team, why would he not want to own a basketball team first? Something he knows something about.
Because money is money, bro.
But that's the whole thing. Like Jay-Z got in on the NBA because he's more of an NBA fan than maybe he is a football fan. Not saying he is or anything, but it's also easier to get in.
Jay-Z,
rumor had it that Jay-Z wants a team.
Yeah, he might want a team, but it doesn't mean he can get there.
He owns a piece of the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Magic. Yeah.
So
I don't know. Hey, speaking of sports, while we're on it, just want to let you know the Yankees just tied the Blue Jays. Okay.
Wow. Well, let's go into we'll talk about Magic Johnson. So that's a good segue into the next part. Mr. Vogel over here. Los Angeles Lakers fire Frank Vogel after a disappointing 33-49 season. Plan methodically search for a new head coach. Talk to me about this, Nelly. Give me some insight.
Man, I feel bad. Like, all right, granted, the Lakers just had team, I would say team chemistry issues, right? Trying to make it all fit in. I think they just had too much superpower, star power, for them to be able to properly play with each other. Westbrook didn't have the greatest of years. LeBron had a decent year. AD was injured,
like always.
But I think
yeah, he is.
Don't get me wrong. Frank Vogel, I think, is a decent coach, right? A lot of people are discrediting his championship that he got with the Lakers 2 years ago because it was in the bubble, so they didn't really count it as a real thing. But the way it happened, man, like it was already out and about the news. And Frank Vogel's like, I haven't heard anything,
Yeah, that's how the way shit always is in sports.
No, I know.
Somebody leaks it out.
Granted, somebody may leak it out, but if that's your plan, like I said, I'm not into the this type of business. But if that's your plan and you know it already, let them know right off the rip, right? This guy's finding out through social media, through ESPN.
Hey, you know what though? I'm sorry, I disagree. If this guy didn't know that he was going to be the scapegoat for this team, then he's doesn't deserve to be a head coach. If you're that naive to not know that you're going to be fired at the end of the season, like you're just waiting for it. This isn't like this just came out of like left field. You know, he's been hearing the rumors. The Cox have been out there, and the guy might sit out a year and he'll be a coach the following year. Like he's a good guy. He's a good coach.
But think about it, right? He wins the NBA Finals, right? The next year he
during the bubble,
he has a plus 700 season. They just didn't win a final. They didn't win a championship, but he had a winning season. It was above 700.
Their ass got knocked out in the playoffs in the first round.
Yeah, but he still had a winning season.
I mean, barely.
But it's not Lakers standard.
Yeah,
I know. But it's also not Lakers standard to fucking just shit on somebody and say,
yeah, it is.
That's
all they do is shit on people.
Well, not back in the day. They had some fucking professionals.
Dude, ever since the Kobe era, they shit on Shaq because of Kobe. Phil Sims got shit.
Magic Johnson got shafted.
Jackson, whatever his name is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Rob Pelinka and all these motherfuckers, and they fucking it up.
I don't know.
What it is this: the Lakers have it's two teams in LA. There's the Clippers and the Lakers, and the Clippers are not as relevant as the Lakers, but the standards on the Lakers are higher. So obviously, with this season, they had a horrible season, and they're like people are looking as an alternative team. They're probably losing revenue like crazy. They're spending a lot of money. Well, they're spending money on some key players, and they don't win. You like it's only a few people like Phil Jackson, Popovich that can control star power, and that guy wasn't one of them.
The problem wasn't the controlling of it. The problem is that people just think if you take a bunch of talented people and you put them on the same team, the teams are going to be good. It's about getting the right talent around them to make them good. Like the LA Rams, dude, like they got the stars, but they got them at certain points of their careers and at certain times that they were able to function collectively, right? You got Odell after everybody was like, Odell, you're washed, you're done. So he came out with something to prove. He wasn't the same Odell that if he would have came from New York, that would have been a different Odell, right? Matthew Stafford was just grateful to be out of Detroit. So he would have done anything, okay? Von Miller, was blindsided that he even got traded away, more or less to at least join a team that has contention. Ramsey, look, man, he was hungry for a championship. Donald, they were just hungry for championships, and they're willing not to have to be the face of anything because they've proven how good they are. They're willing to take a back seat and let the OBJs and the Von Millers and these guys get talked about. So, I mean, it was a different environment, different scenario, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of that, didn't this guy Carr just got an extension for $127 million?
Yeah, he got a few years added on his contract.
Yeah, but listen, there's only a few teams that are going to do with the 96.
Bobby, and if I'm not mistaken, the Rams replaced Von Miller, who went to the Bills, for Wagner from the Seahawks. Like, that's just stupid.
There's only a few teams that can handle. There's only a few people that can handle. Few coaches that can handle star power like that. Like,
so what do you do? Let me ask you this: how do you handle when shit goes down in the stands? Right? Because you guys hear about this.
Yeah,
Colorado Rockies fan filmed punching a woman in a brawl outside of the Coors Field. I actually have some of the footage if you guys want to see it.
My man was hitting. I think I see Messiah there. He might have punched. I mean, never mind. He said women.
All right, here we go. I'll play this for us and get you guys' reaction. It's only a couple minute video.
I don't play the whole thing.
It's just a minute 30.
Oh, you said a couple minutes. That's why.
I mean, not even.
This is a courtesy of TMZ.
Courtesy of TMZ, yeah.
Bro.
Here it goes. Bam. Bam.
Well, it ain't just bam. The first one he knocked out was the girl in black.
Oh, get him. Got another one.
All right.
Supposedly, I was reading the article, and it was fights between females that he came running out of nowhere and just started swinging. So it must have been somebody he knew and all that shit, which I think is fucked up. But here's where it's kind of. Listen, I grew up around domestic violence. I've always said I would never put my hands on a female, no matter what. And there's people out there that be like, "Yo, fuck it. If a female hits me, I'm gonna hit him right back." But this guy came out of nowhere and started swinging. Instead of separating the girl, he started swinging. The girl that was on the floor, he was punching the shit out of her. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? He probably was drunk, but the article that the line says, man comes out of nowhere and starts punching females. Oh, so now we're using this as so now we're using it as a like a clickbait.
That's all that shit is. Come on, get over there. I mean, get over it. Everything's gonna be a clickbait.
Yeah, it's gonna be as a clickbait because now we put in genders. When this whole movement is about gender.
Well, so right there, I'm gonna get canceled. Luckily, we don't have enough people who tune in and view for me to get canceled, so I really don't have to worry about it. But this is the problem with society. They want things both ways, right?
Yep.
And you can't. It's gonna be one or the other. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So you can't talk about equal rights, right? You can't talk about men and women being equals and then fault a man for hitting a woman who's bigger than him. Right. Let's be honest, and not stereotype, but this woman that he fought was bigger than him. She probably had a good 50 to 75 pounds of weight on this dude. Right.
She took his punches.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't like a small, frail little girl. Okay. And so at what point do we say, okay, we want you want to be equals, but like, so you only want to be equals when it suits your needs. So you want equal pay. You want opportunity to work the jobs. Hold on.
Slow down now.
Yeah. You want the opportunity to work the jobs that men work because you say you're strong enough, right? You say you're strong enough and you're tough enough to do the things that men do, but yet you're not strong enough or tough enough to take a punch from a man. I'm just trying to. I'm not saying that's
but I don't
okay.
think. But here's the thing, though. I don't think they're arguing about it or.
This is why this guy left us, is because he's like, I'm not going to get canceled.
He was like, next show we're canceled.
Yeah, he predicted it too. He predicted it. So I don't think they're making a deal out of it. I don't think the females are playing the victim. I think the clickbait behind it is a man hits a female.
So that's my point.
Female.
Is should society not then go after these news outlets for portraying it that way?
Yeah.
Should we not cancel them? Why is it got to be a man hitting a female? Why can't it just be a fight outside the stadium? Like, who are they to dictate? Yeah. What, like this or that?
I mean, that girl took his punch and got up, bro. So apparently he doesn't hit hard enough. The skinny girl with the black, she fell. He just boom, and she just fell. The other girl, she took it. She got up.
Yeah.
So apparently he doesn't hit that hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see myself.
Me neither.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself doing it.
See, it's easy to say that, right? Everybody, and I'm not saying you would, but here's the thing, right? I think circumstance is the biggest thing. So I will never say never. I've learned in my life. I will never say that I won't do something because every circumstance is individual. If I see a woman over top of somebody who I'm let's say it's my wife, right? Let's say I'm married in this hypothetical world we're living in somehow.
It's
right?
the
I got married.
Now. This is the
it's crazy, but right. Let's say I'm married and I've been with this woman.
Wait. The SpongeBob imagination.
It's gonna take a lot of you to imagine that, but imagine I was married and I stroll up and I see a woman who is bigger than me, right?
Yeah.
Fucking start a fight with my old lady and starts pounding the shit out of her. Am I supposed to just walk up and say, "Excuse me, miss, will you please take your hands off of my wife?" Or am I supposed to go up there and
but you don't my wife?
But you can restrain her.
So what happens if I go to restrain her and because that bitch is bigger than me, she cold cocks me and starts fucking hitting on me?
If she cold cocks you and you fall, then you can't take a punch.
Okay, that's fine. But the woman has 100 pounds on me. I'm not a big dude. I'm not a big dude. Right? So I'm supposed to just let me and my girl's ass get beat because I don't want to swing on this chick? I don't know. I don't know if I could. Just saying. I'm saying there's a chance if I thought I was protecting, if I thought I had to protect my life and my girl's life, I'm not saying that I wouldn't swing on a bitch.
He downgraded to a girl instead of wife.
Right? No, I'm just saying I can't guarantee that I wouldn't be swinging on her. Right? Like I think there's circumstances that dictate certain things.
The only way
you see your loved one getting beat and bloodied. I don't care who it is. You snap and you lose it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna fucking run up there like Karate Kid and knock
right.
out.
I don't know, man. If I'm
push her off, my wife's gonna go on my shoulders and we out.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
The only way I would do something is if I see a weapon.
So that's the point. So there is a circumstance.
If my life is being threatened, I have to defend my life, me or my spouse, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a fight between two females, right, I'm gonna separate them. I've been slapped before. I can't retaliate.
I'm not talking about being slapped. I'm talking about closed fist, cold cocked by a woman who is bigger than you. That you can't. This is the problem. You stereotype the woman as being a small, frail individual. I'm talking about a human being who has 150 to 100 pounds more weight than you. That you are that will stand down and look at you. If Ronda Rousey came up and was beating the shit out of your wife, you're telling me you're just going to try to pull Ronda Rousey off your wife and just walk away?
Yeah, I'll pull her off.
Yeah, because I'm gonna.
How are you pulling Ronda Rousey off your wife?
I know I'm gonna push her. I'm gonna try to throw a punch at Ronda Rousey, and somehow I'm gonna be in a fucking Kuma Sutra. I'm tapping out.
But my point is, there are circumstances that you may. So to say you will never swing on a woman isn't really accurate because this culture is defined to us that it's okay to do so. It's not. We want equality. You can't have all the different ways.
Equality. It's not about equality for me. It's about. I feel me personally that like if I punch a girl, then she's not gonna take it. Now a trained fighter like Ronda Rousey, she'll probably take it. But like a regular civilian, I don't think she's gonna take it.
So I grew up. So a woman that big, because that chick, like I said, that chick was big, dude, on that video.
Yes, she won't take a punch from me.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
You don't know what her life is. You don't know what she. Dude, you are not. You're driving around on BMWs. You are not that hard.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm hard. I'm just saying that she won't take a punch.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I've trained to throw people on my shoulders and get them out of there. So I'm gonna push, and my wife's going on my shoulders, and we're just out this motherfucker. I'm gonna be down the block running, cause it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
I can't. I grew up where my grew up watching domestic violence, and I told myself I would never hit a woman.
See, that's different. See, there's levels of stuff. Once again, there's that, and that's the part that people forget. There's a difference between being in an argument with your wife and swinging on her.
I see your point.
And there's a difference between like what happened out at the street and stuff. Like there's levels. Like dude, if I get pissed off at a girl that I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking swing on a girl. But for me to ever say I would never hit a girl, no, I can't. I don't know that because
the situation.
Certain situations in life and things are being done to other people. I don't know how I might react in those specific, scenarios to see what happens. Dude, if I'm talking about, this is the person who's like literally the only thing that matters to me on this earth. And this chick is beating the shit out of her. Like, I don't know how I'd react to that because I've never been put in that position.
To be fair, it looked like he probably seen it as, they're jumping my girl.
See, that's what we don't know, right? Yeah. And if I saw that chick jumping my girl that's bigger than me, that intimidates me when she's walking down the street, I don't know what I might do.
I don't know, but I hit her with a haymaker and I'll sue her. I'll sue her.
So I'm just saying, not everything's all black and white when it comes to it.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at that. Oh.
But that girl right there with the black, he just hit her once and she just dropped.
But that's the kind of girl that I wouldn't want to be swinging on. You know what I'm saying?
The girl behind him, the one with the baby blue behind him, she's the one.
Hold on. There's already one on the floor.
Yeah, because the girl with the blue threw her on the floor.
The one with the hair that's over in the corner underneath the arrow. But the other girl, she looks like, okay, I'm not going to go after her. She looks like she's a normal, like this other girl's bigger than this dude. Like, look at this girl back there. She just knocked out that other girl, basically.
Yeah. So I'm confused. This is a weird ass fight.
I don't understand it.
You got the big chick by the other one. Then he's like, I don't even know. Bam! It's the big chick.
Get away from my girl. Bam, bam.
He's like, I'm hitting all of them.
Hey, listen. You know what? You know what it looked like though? It looked like a frat party, honestly. Right? Honestly, that's what it looked like. And we know that crazy shit goes down at college, do we not? College campuses are known for some crazy shit. But there's been some crazy shit. You know, we live in the era of YouTube videos and Snapchat videos and all this fake shit that people go out and do. And some USC sues YouTubers over disruptive prank videos. Look at these two guys. Okay. So what happened is the Russian mobsters and the students were the YouTube performers Ernest Kensvi and Yoga Bobby. I don't know how to pronounce their names, but these two people went in. The young kid, he was sitting in class, right, pretending to be a student, or maybe he was a student, but not of that class necessarily.
No, none of them are students. No. None of them go to the school.
Oh, okay. So the kid the Asian guy was sitting in there pretending to be a student, while the big weightlifter guy dressed up in like a onesie janitor outfit with a plunger and walked into class recording it and scared everybody to have them leave. Then on top of that, they went ahead and they went around through the college campus. Oh, this is a video of him talking to the professor.
Yeah.
And the professor's like, do you mind? Can you leave? And then they went around campus and they were asking women. The big guy was, sorry, I don't know why I removed you. Wrong person. The big guy was going around campus and asking women for their phone number and stuff like that. And the women filed complaints. Yeah.
Bro, anything for fucking views, man.
Telling you, clickbait. You know, they say no, like there's no such thing as bad publicity, especially these guys. Like, hey, you might get sued, but you're known now. You're known on YouTube. People probably going and checking out your videos and seeing what it's about. Yeah. So maybe that's what we got to get Messiah to start doing, is some more risque videos for us. You know, he can afford the bail money, so that's why I say him. I know I can't afford the bail money.
No, but I think it's kind of crazy. Anything for kids, bro.
Yeah, they're getting well, the school's trying to sue them.
Yeah, because they said panic they say panic on some of the pranks. They don't even go to school there.
Well, the one in the classroom sent everybody vacating the classroom, so like it disrupted the entire class. Everybody got out of there to the point where there was a guy who was trying to hold the big guy off without touching him, saying, "Hey, no, look, you can't continue this way. You're not going to follow these women outside. You're not following these women. Stop. You need to stop coming forward. Do not follow these women. You are not and was trying to protect the women. It was crazy. Yeah. I watched the video.
I mean, the attorneys that are going after the case, they're like, there's no public benefit to terrorizing students to the point where they're running out of the lecture halls for fear of their lives because crazy. Of your prank, because you want a handful of likes.
The problem is that the issue with this is because of nowadays there are shootings, right? If you know, so that's where
what makes it dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's no different than some of those other YouTube videos you see out there in the world, like people going up asking for numbers and shit. I mean, people do that shit all the time. It's just, I hate to say it. School? I hate to say, oh yeah, college campuses all over the place, they do this shit.
But you know what the difference is? Go to a school and pretend. I know
they do it at college campuses. They make the videos, Messiah. I'll say it for the third time. They go around and ask women on college campuses for their phone numbers, and they'll do the rich ones, right? Where they'll rent a car and they'll sit on the car and then they'll start talking and have somebody else come up. Yeah, the gold digger ones. They do that on college campuses and shit, right? The difference is when it's said and done. The difference is and this is the reality of it. It's the person who is doing the asking. This is a big muscle head guy that women don't find attractive. They find him intimidating. If this would have been a guy who was good looking or this or that, there ain't none of these women going to go out there complaining about shit. It's all perspective.
I don't know. We all know Messiah before our phones were out. He was getting body shots.
Let's be honest, man. If I'm the one going out doing those videos, I'm going to get complained again. You put Phoenix Born out there, and that's why he quit our show, so we can go out and do those videos. Yeah. You know, and the ladies love it. They give the numbers up. For me,
it's not that the ladies don't love you, bro. It's just you're like fucking ghost color pale. Like
this is the new camera. I'm getting rid of this new camera. I'm going back. I'm gonna just go back to the good old one here.
The camera is making me white.
It made me purple last week. This week's making me whiter than I am. I know I'm white, but damn. bro. All right. Anyway, let's move on from college campuses to some fake tragedy to real tragedy. We should stay, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there was some real tragedy recently, and I'll let Nelly go ahead and break down what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm sure many of you heard or seen on the news, right? There was a shooting on the Brooklyn subway on Tuesday morning. So the guy who was wanted has been arrested, Frank R. James. So apparently, this man went into the subway station with a gas mask, putting it on, and released a smoke bomb and started opening fire into a crowded, obviously New York is crowded, so onto a crowded Brooklyn subway. And the man's 62 years old, and it's obviously tragic, man. You live, you always want to never live your life in fear, and but this will always be in the back of people's minds, right? You want to feel safe, you want to believe that you're safe at all times, but it's always in the back of your mind, and like I said, it's tragic, and whether this guy had family or not. This is just something I wanted to put out there. Mental health is a big thing, right? And whether this guy had family and friends, I always am a firm believer of a single text or a single phone call can make a difference in somebody's life, right? So obviously, to those who got injured and stuff like that, hope you guys have a speedy recovery. But New York is the commissioner's happy, and he's hoping it brings peace to people that they've arrested the man.
Is there any reason as to why he did it? Did he ever find that out?
They still haven't said why.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the scary shit about that, right? New York. Think about the panic it sets out throughout New York, right? Because public transportation is a big thing in New York. It's the number one thing in New York if you don't have your own car. Well, most people don't have a car in New York. I can't say most people, but because public transportation is their way of getting around New York. And for something like this to happen, sends a big panic throughout the city. So they wanted to try to narrow this down as fast as they could. The first thing when I heard about it, the first thing I did is call my son, because my son lives in New York now. He uses the train to travel to work, to and from to work. And the scary thing is, at first he didn't respond back, and I started going into like, holy shit. I hope everything is fine, this and this and that. And then I called him. I'm like, yo, I texted you like 4 times. He's like, yeah, but you didn't give me a chance to respond. I'm like, bro, did you not know what happened right now in what's going on in Brooklyn? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I need you to respond, because this is, I don't know if you're on that train. So thank God he wasn't, obviously, and all that. But, it's sad that this is a transportation people use every day, and then this happens. And I think it was 20-something people and 10 really bad injured. That's scary, bro.
And how things are going to change, right? Like what's the city's next step in ensuring safety, right?
Well, they just started. I was reading an article about that. Yeah. Immediately they sent out Amber. It's almost like Amber Alert, right?
Yep.
And the article was actually saying that your cell phone is the next police radio, right? And I opened it. It was like, oh my God, that's an interesting topic. I opened it, and they was talking about the people, the thing that exactly happened in New York, and how they use text messages to send everybody, right? Everybody in the city, hey, this is the person we're looking for. This is the suspect. This is what it looks like, and all that. And some people took it in like, oh, this is like a panic thing. And then New York responded like, no, we're not trying to panic anybody. We just want to make sure we know the public is safe. We're relating the message to everybody at the same time, and for everybody to be aware of their surroundings. And if you haven't seen this guy, contact this number.
So what do you do though to fix it? Realistically, the only option, which is not an option, is like security, like metal detectors and security people in order to enter the subways and stuff. But that's impossible.
That's a big budget.
That's what I'm saying. It's impossible to do.
Budget. Yeah. So people are already jumping over the turnstiles to get on.
I'm not trying to minimize what happened, but this is just another chapter in
New York
very
history.
long book of incidences that happened. And the thing is for every one incident we hear about on the news nationally, there's probably another 15 or 20 that we never hear about.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it is sad, and I wish, you know, my condolences go out to everybody involved. But unfortunately, this is what that's, you know, people talk about it and they joke about it, but that is the reality of being in the city. But it's no different now. And unfortunately, I guess I'm just a little dull to it because it's no different than, you know, when I walk into work, what could happen, right?
Yeah.
When I go to a movie theater, what could happen, right? These things happen everywhere. We had the Batman movie shut up that one year, right? Like things like schools, everything. Like, this stuff is just part of it. I think it goes back to what Nelly said. I think that's the most important thing we need to take out of this is, you know, maybe when you get done watching the show or whenever that is, whether it's pre-recorded or you're watching it live right now, maybe you think about somebody in your life who you don't really know that's going on in their life. And maybe just pick up the phone and you call them and just be like, hey, how you doing? It's like that commercial. I know it's a corny commercial, but it just says, just say hello. You know, you don't know what that one text or that phone call could do to change somebody's life. And maybe they really need it and they're really alone and in a bad place. And, you know, you can help prevent that by just reaching out. So if you haven't talked to somebody in a long time, maybe you just reach out and say hi, see how they're doing, make sure everything's okay.
Speaking of that, I was watching this video, right, of this guy. It was a YouTube video. This guy writes on a little note, a little lovely letter, and he goes up. He goes up to a woman in a gas station and hands it to her, and he just walks away. She reads it. It's a great message because they zoom in the message of what it is and all that. She looks up and she smiles and she's like, man, like she puts this face like if this made my day. She turns around and gives it to somebody else, a teenager. Either older teenager or young woman, early 20s, gives it to her. She reads it and starts crying. That message got to her. And I'm like, that shit is crazy. And it's one of those things like it was a great positive message, but think about it. She needed she needed to hear that at that moment. And that's one of my favorite YouTube videos. And I think it's I think it's an amazing thing when you can actually reach out to somebody, remind them, hey, I'm here for you and something like that. If you need help, what can I do? How you doing? How's everything? How's your life? And how's your family? Like, reach out, because sometimes people do need that.
Yep.
No,
all right.
You know, just like 20 seconds. You know, I just had a good I just had a good conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and you know, we was on the phone. I haven't talked to this person in a while. We were on the phone for about an hour and 15 minutes, and you know, I hope our conversation, you know, gave light to his situation, and you know, I hope, you know, he goes and makes the right decisions and what he wants in his life and what he's looking for. But you know, it was a good conversation. He was really appreciative, man. So like I said, man, whether it be a minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, or a text, you know, it can go a long way. It can make a difference in someone's life.
Yep. All right, let's hop into the last portion before we get into some funnier things. Nelly's favorite boy, DJ Khaled. Go ahead,
We
Nelly.
the best. DJ Khaled, man. Walk of
Another
Fame
one.
ceremony. His star-studded affair. So obviously DJ Khaled, he's worked with a ton of artists over the years. So no surprise to me that he wouldn't be able to make it onto the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know, it actually turned out big. It was a huge crowd, and the city ended up shutting down the street because of the traffic. But you know, there they had Fat Joe there, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, his kids. Who else was there?
This guy, Fat Joe.
He said that. He just
Oh, you
don't
did?
listen. Yeah.
That
was the first name.
I didn't even see it. There was a female there, like
Tiana Taylor. That's Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was like, oh, I lost the name. But you know, it was actually you know, congrats for him. I know he's like another one. I know he said that. He said something like that. I'm sure
he was huge on Snapchat.
Yeah, he was definitely huge. Obviously, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he is wearing one of the pair of sneakers that he just got with Nike and Jordan. Nike and Jordan brand. So those are special. Like those are his pretty much exclusive sneakers for him, and I think we got some pictures of them coming up. I don't know if you have it. Do you have it already or no?
I didn't know that was part of the. Those were new slides. So no, we do not have it.
Well, it's up there. He just doesn't have it.
There was just
So
I didn't know. Honest to God, I didn't know.
No, you can. So I'll just if you guys look it up, right? Just type in obviously Air Jordan 5, DJ Khaled's "We the Best," and it kind of came out with those Easter color vibes and pastel colors. So the retro 5s got "We the Best" on the background. The inner part of the sneaker, kind of like that quilted look. I like them. I wear anything pretty much. You already know that, and obviously, Sheck Monster has made it seem like I am a crack addict when it comes to sneakers.
I didn't make anything seem anything that's not true.
Yeah. Okay, all right. But congrats to DJ Khaled, man. Keep doing your thing. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. So he made it.
All right, so let's get into some funny shit. Are we ready for some of that hot tea?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. What we got going on here?
All right, so obviously on our meme section, right, we try to make it relatable, and I know we've all done this shit, so don't even play and act like you know it. So this meme is pretty much saying me explaining a song I heard years ago, only knowing the melody. So you're like, and then you trying to explain to Google, and Google's just looking confused as fuck. Like, what are you trying to? I don't understand the song. Like, what? I need words. I don't need the humming, the bubbles. So I know I've done it, so I don't care.
I've done it.
You've got to try to explain. Hey, you know the song that goes, and they're like,
Google's like, need more input, like Johnny 5.
Yeah. All right. So all my middle school, high school, college, we got Homer Simpson sitting on the couch, and it says, "When you feel guilty for not studying, but you're still not studying."
That's so true, bro.
And he still got that guilty face. So, hey, man, that's definitely that. I've done it plenty of times. You're like, damn, I should really be studying, and then you just sitting there.
You still don't study. Yeah, fuck
that. Nah, we do tomorrow.
I still got like 3 hours left before class. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
Oh man, we all been there. I still do this depending on the bug, but when you go to kill a bug and it starts flying, and you got Jay-Z like flinching, like oh, I know it's happened. You go to kill that little bug, a little roach, you think it's a whatever, and then you go to smack it and you miss, and that shit start flying. And then you just waving your chocolate around, or you running away. Yeah, we've been there.
That only happens to me with bees.
Oh, I hate bees, man. I hate them. I'll be.
This is so true, bro. I did this morning.
I do this every morning. Hey, I don't care who you are, male or
this
female.
This one's so true.
It's Yoda sleeping, and it says me trying to stay sleepy while going to the bathroom at 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m.
Because all you have to think about is you got to wake up in like 2 hours, and I can fall back to sleep. Like, it's the fucking worst. Dude, so many times sitting on the toilet just trying to fall back to sleep.
When I wake up to go to the bathroom, I immediately look at the clock, and I can't even make out the number. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I go piss. And then when I come back, I'm like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. I got to wake up in an hour. Fuck.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Whatever, y'all make fun of me, I don't give a damn. But there's been times where I'm just too tired, and I got to sit down and pee.
You just got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes you got to sit down. I put my hands on the wall. I'll be holding the wall. I'll be like, fuck that, I'm tired.
So this is Phoenix born when he's selling Hot Wheels, but that's the face that he has on. But
that's so true, bro.
So I know y'all been driving, right? And then you just out of nowhere, the state trooper pull up behind you, or the sheriff or police.
Yeah.
So it says when a cop is behind you and you've literally done nothing illegal, but you still feel like a criminal, and you be like, you're looking at your speed, You try to drive straighter than ever.
You're like, my plate's illegal. Did I change my tags? I mean, did I change? Did I get them like got that little inspection sticker?
Yeah.
Registration? Yeah, it's
Is
crazy.
the registration up to date? Hold up.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit.
I saw this one and I thought this shit was hilarious because this is how I felt about my life. So I swear this was my life. And what it is a picture of Jason Momoa and it says ending 2019. He's all jacked up and everything, looking cut. And then it's Rob Schneider with a fucking with the same long hair and a fake mustache and his lazy eye for one of the movies he was in. And it says start in 2022. That's exactly how my life was. I left going into 2019. Dude, I was like 150 pounds. I was running all the time. I was feeling good, looking good. Pandemic started. I was living up north. Man, I got out of that thing looking rough. Rough. So I found this one very relatable. Oh.
Yo, everybody done this. You've done this shit at school. You've done this shit at work. You've done this shit at home. You just sitting on the toilet. You already done took a shit or pissed. But TikTok or Twitter or fucking Instagram got you all up in there. And your legs turn into stone. So that's
like that's like everybody at work, right? Hold on. If I want to take a shit, let me take a shit while I get paid for it. Oh, let me sit in here for a few more minutes.
Yeah. And then you try to get up. You're like, oh. So it's somebody with stone legs sitting on a toilet. So
that's what that is. I couldn't.
Yeah. Getting that fucking crazy, bro.
This is Messiah.
Yes, that's Messiah.
That's Messiah.
He's like, I tried to do a coaching. I gotta put this paper away.
I'm supposed to check my email. My email still won't get checked. I'm trying to do like 5 things here, man. You want help? Does it not look like I'm doing something?
One of my favorite things is I'm doing something and they're like, they ask me a question. I immediately do this. Like, don't you see I'm doing something? There's like 3 people over there not doing anything. You gotta come to me.
They'd love to go to the person actually working and just ignore the people standing around. Because the person working needs more work. That's what we need. The fuck is wrong with you? Fuck out of here, motherfucker.
Yo, listen.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, yo, I gotta check my one email. Yo, you holding me up, man.
Oh, this one I put up for myself.
This man said, okay, go ahead.
So basically, it's my story of my life. So when someone asks me why I'm still single, I'm just like, I guess I'm overqualified. I mean, I don't know, man. What do you want me to do? Okay. I'm just like, I can't help it if these women can't handle this. Like, I'm overqualified.
There's too much passion in you, bro. That's what it is, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to give some of my passion to them. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
But like your passion's like you got a fucking North Face jacket on in Florida.
No. My passion's at least like 6 to 7 inches, and it goes for about good 2.5 minutes. That's my passion.
No, that's not. Yeah, but that's not what all they're looking for. Okay. That's not what they're all looking for. That's an added bonus.
Listen, I am overqualified. Listen, first of all, I own a home. I own a car. Mm-hmm. I have a job.
You have a great job.
I have a job, and I've been decorating my apartment. You guys should see it sometime.
Cooks.
I cook. Yeah, I clean, cook. Right? And like I'm highly overqualified.
Yeah, but you don't work out, so that's.
I do work out.
You have to be an asshole.
I brought a workout bench. Everything. I got pictures. I'll show you.
Living off the government to get a girl.
Your pictures are on the bench.
This is Nelly.
Yeah.
Babe, wait! Turn the show back on. Here comes Nelly running out with his underpants down.
That shit is funny.
So basically, this one's Patrick, because we always got to have a SpongeBob one in here. It says when you go to the bathroom during commercials and you hear the show come back on, and it has Patrick running down there in his little whitey tighties with his pants around his ankles, trying to run back to the TV.
I bet you any money Mazai got those same whitey tighties, but with little BMWs on them.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Actually, the i8s on them. The small little BMWs i8s.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the intro that was promised to us.
Emblem.
Let's get into the intro we were promised. All right, so let's hear this story because I've been waiting to hear this shit since you put it in the group chat and give us zero information.
I'll go with mine.
Okay,
go with yours first. Go with yours first.
I swear, if his isn't good,
it's not that good.
Yeah, yours better be good. Well, anyways. So my fuck out of here is to Messiah, right? He's on vacation and he's like, oh shit, you fucked me up again.
Jumbotron, motherfucker.
every time, baby.
I gotta remember that you're gonna do this shit. I feel important. I feel like another one. DJ Khaled. Anyways, all right. So Messiah over here is on vacation, right? And we know he ain't doing shit, okay? And he's like, I'm gonna have this intro up and I'm gonna have it ready for us, like he promised, right, Shecky? He promised to the whole world and to us, and yet it's still not here. Still with the fucking misspelled and old whack bullshit. So Messiah, until you fix it, and until you still ain't doing shit on vacation. We know this. Fuck out of here for you. Your lack of.
I did not say I'm gonna have it done.
Oh, I
said I'll work on it while I'm on vacation.
I will have vacation. I will have it done because I'll be able to work on it. The work on part was part of the getting it done because you're on vacation and you ain't doing shit.
Bro, I know why.
What makes you think I'm not doing anything?
What are you doing? Because I watch your Instagram. You're taking photos of birds. Get the fucking camera off the duck and get in the fucking lab with the pen and the pad and make some fucking magic. Let's go.
Yeah, what he's doing is...
That's what actually my FOH is going to be about.
What he's doing is he's going to his room. He has to change the fucking magazine in the back. He's like, all right. That took a long time, but I changed the magazine for this show. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let me hear yours.
Let's hear yours.
Well, lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. It's the first time I ever sell anything on social media. So I need to upgrade my equipment because I obviously got a new lens. So I need to upgrade my equipment. So the only way to upgrade my equipment and justify it to the wife is by selling my old equipment. And even that, because even that was a gift, and that took convincing to do. I was like, I'm gonna sell this equipment because I need to get the new one. So my first time selling it, and I got a few offers, right, off of it on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, these offers are weird because I don't like. It's kind of weird. One was an old lady; she was buying it for her son, her grandson that's in the photography and film. The other one, was for another person that's in Texas, and then the third one was also another person buying it, but he was buying it for himself. But so the one was Venmo. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. I downloaded it because the person asked me to do it, and then I was like, I sent her the information, and then the old lady, right? I sent her the information. She was like, oh, I this is not working. I need you to send me your email. I'm like, nope, not doing it. All right, so I took her off. So I started talking to this guy. He's like, okay, just send me the request through PayPal. I'm like, okay, I can work with PayPal. PayPal will be responsible for it. So I sent the request through PayPal and everything, and it's pending. So once I know it was pending, I was like, okay, so this transaction is gonna be legit. So he gave me the address and everything, and I sent them the camera, the lens, the camera, 2 lenses, and the 2 batteries for it. So now the person obviously got it. He got the equipment and everything. And then I get an email, right? An email saying, "Oh, we're trying to put the money into the account, but your account is not a professional account. So or a business account. You need to open up a business account. You need to request the person that send you the money an additional $800 so we can at least expand the account and it will make you legit to get the funds." I'm like, this shit doesn't make any sense. So I started calling the number they told me to call in the email. I call PayPal. I found out that the email is a phishing email because the PayPal goes, can you just open the email and tell me where's it from? And I started reading the address. I'm like, holy shit, this is from Czech Republic. Coincidentally, it was Czech Republic. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I found out the email was phishing, so I didn't listen to the email. But the guy is telling me, no, you gotta follow the instructions. I'll throw in the $800 and then you just gotta refund me. But you gotta say you gotta refund me. And I'm like, no, don't do it because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not responding to that email. PayPal's working for it. So my fuck out of here is that lesson learned, right? Because PayPal told me, did you already ship the product? I'm like, yeah. because it was pending. So I figured it went, everything's gone through. He's like, normally what we tell people to do is wait till the account gets approved and you have the money. Because even though it says you're getting the money, we don't give it to you anyways until they get the product anyway. So once it gets taken out of their account, then you got to send the product. I'm like, well, it's already too late. I already sent the product. So now I gotta film. So fuck out of here so the new people like me getting scammed, which I still don't think is a scam. I still don't think it's a scam. I just got to put in a report. I lost the product.
So your fuck out of here is...
It's to myself. Fuck out of here for being so stupid.
And, I told you just to give it to me for free, but you just gave it to somebody else for free. And then, it's not like
PayPal says I gotta submit an escalation form.
Yeah,
right?
You're not going to do it.
Because they got the product.
You're not going to do it.
Yes, I am. Hell yeah.
And then
because on the account of that money I was getting, I went out and bought new merchandise.
Okay.
So I told the wife, babe, I'm getting this money.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's not FOH.
Your wife's gonna tell you, get the fuck out of here. That's what she's gonna tell you. That's what she's gonna tell you.
I'm not even bother speaking. I can't. I don't have it in me to speak.
I got you, Shecky. Ladies and gentlemen,
stupidity
that are listening, Messiah made this seem like it was the next best thing, like sliced bread.
I
know. I said that's gonna be my FOH.
It was.
First of all, he made it seem like somebody scammed him, not that he just was a fucking
technically,
moron.
yeah.
He didn't get scammed. The guy, like, dude, who gives?
I didn't know.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Listen, I usually buy stuff. I usually buy stuff.
But Shecky, as if there's a job that he has that goes over phishing emails.
That's good.
No, but I didn't. I know.
Sneaker of the day. Just mute his ass. Sneaker of the day. Go ahead.
I fucking love you, Shaq. Oh man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't scam myself when I bought this sneaker, so I actually have this sneaker. So today I'm gonna bring out something. I call it light work. It's not crazy. A little different style here. So I'm gonna bring out.
I actually kind of like that shit. It's the every time. Let's go.
Okay. Hold on. Do it again.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bring out the new sneaker of the day.
Another one.
All right, so here we got the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo 77. So if you guys wanted to look it up, just look up, like I said, Jumbo 77 on the Nike app, and you'll see these right here. These are Blazers, so these come in low tops, and they got them mids and highs. But I like this. It's very neutral. Got white, kind of got that beige. It's a little bright, but let me try that. There you go. You kind of got that beige going on there. You got the black, little neon on there. So this is my sneaker of the day. Had to switch it up a little bit. Messiah probably likes this. More of his shoe style.
I like those.
Well, yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, I just opened up an app, a Nike app, and the other one, the Stock X, because I might start doing that. Start buying sneakers and selling them.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Billie Eilish has a new sneaker coming out, so maybe I'll probably get dips on that.
All right. With that being said, I'm done. I'm out. I can't deal with this kid anymore tonight. I've hit my limit. For all of us, to all of you, good night.
We got the right stuff.